Hello everyone, welcome back to another devlog. Today I got 3 more things done. It's been a very productive weekend for me. I created, I'll just show you. So first of all, nice green font for the headers. If you'll notice, I added a snake on the player side. So if we look at the battlefield, there's a snake in the middle on the player side. And this is going to play into one of the things that's happened. I've created more target rules, and for the snake specifically, snakes attack the highest opponent, the highest HP opponent. So the player starts out with 20 HP, snakes start out with 10, and wolves start out with, I think, 15? Yeah, 15. So when we get to these snakes attacking, each one of them should target the player because the player has the highest HP right now. Alright, so let's see this happen. Oh yeah, and I also added an Intimidate ability. And the Howl, Intimidate status effect. The Howl ability on the wolves, basically at the battle start, we apply the status effect Intimidate. And what Intimidate does is it at the turn start, it will apply a weakness to the intimidated unit. What weakness does is it reduces the attack of that unit. So all of these snakes gained Intimidate, and they'll be gaining it for each wolf because each wolf has the Howl ability. And so each snake, when it starts its turn, will have like 4 weaknesses applied to it. Okay, so my wolf on the top right is going right now. It attacks the snake directly across from it. And then we're just going to auto step through this. 0.5. Yeah, there we are. Alright, then we come to my snake. It chooses the snake on the left side of the map. So if we look at here, this snake is the one that this snake chose to attack. And that's because these are the valid targets presented to it. Since all of their HPs are the same except for this one, row 1, column 2, that one's HP is at 5. So the snake would not attack this one. So it's an option between these two, and it'll just default to the first one. So it attacked the first one and inflicted venom. Alright. Okay, now we're on to the enemy snakes. Oh, yeah. And so see that? The enemy snake was afflicted by Intimidate, suffered 4 weaknesses, meaning it just would do less in attacking. But it removed the stacks, and nothing happened because it can't attack anything. So, alright, let's continue. Okay. Alright, now we're on, if we look at the battlefield again, now we're on this snake's turn. What should happen is this snake should attempt to attack the player because the player has the most HP currently. And each of these snakes will attempt to attack the player, but they can't do any damage because of the intimidation applied on them. And they can't inflict venom because the player has armor. So, alright, let's step through this. Intimidate. Tries to attack. The player suffers 0 damage, and the snake could not use venom. And then for the next one... Oh yeah, and it also suffers poison from my snake's attack. Alright, cool. So it attacked the player. So that's showing that each of these snakes is attacking the opponent with the highest HP. And if we continue going a little bit more and come back to my snake's turn, it'll be more interesting because... Oh, yeah. And here's another thing. I implemented so the player... One of the things that sets the player apart from any of the player's allies is that the player gets to choose which animal to attack. So if we look at the battlefield, the player has the choice of these 3 snakes in the first row, because the backline units, the player can't reach them. So if we cycle through them, going left, it would be column 2, going right, column 0, right, column 1, and yeah. So I'm just going to attack the 0 column 1. Yeah. Yeah. Now we're back to my turn. Oh, hold on. Okay. So the snake row 2 column 1, that's my snake, chose to attack column 1 snake. So it couldn't attack this snake because it's dead. And then if we look at the stats of 0, 2, it's still at 10, 10. Interesting. And if we look at the stats of 1, 1, I see. So these two were at 10 each, but since this snake had taken some damage from the player, my snake, which previously attacked this snake, no longer is targeting that snake because it's not the highest HP. It's between one of these, so it just takes this snake. Let's confirm that by looking at 1, 0. Yeah, this snake it's hurting. It has poison. So yeah, I'm happy with the work that I've done today. One tip for you guys, any game developers out there, if you at all can view game development as something to relax to, that'll make it much easier to work on it. Because if you think of it as work and something that you have to do, I think it's harder to get yourself to actually start working on it. But if you're like, oh man, I'm just sitting down and I get to develop a game out of my busy schedule, oh, that's awesome. Then it's much more enjoyable. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next devlog. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.